Good evening. It's 9 p.m. in South Korea. Thank you for joining us on Arirang News. The only place to begin tonight, Washington, D.C. South Korean President Yoon will be holding bilateral talks with U.S. President Joe Biden in the coming hours. So let's connect to our Yoon Jung-min live in D.C., right in front of the White House. So Jung-min, how's it going there?
Hello there, Jiyoung. In about 2 hours, President Biden will be hosting President Yoon at the White House, as you see just behind me. No doubt it's a very important day.
Absolutely. I'll hand it over to you and see you later in our newscast.
All right. Thank you, Jiyoung. It's a little past 8 in the morning, April 26th. Live from Washington, D.C., I'm Yoon Jung-min. Today, Presidents Yoon and Biden will sit down for talks on North Korea, where we expect a declaration that contains stronger measures to deal with the regime's provocations, as well as on key economic and technology cooperation. But first, allow me to introduce our panel this morning. I'm joined by Mr. Mark Tokola, Vice President of the Korea Economic Institute of America, and Woo Soo-young, our presidential office correspondent traveling with the president. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Morning. So, Mark, first, yesterday, South Korean President Yoon Jung-min contributed to securing billions of dollars of investment in key economic sectors, including hydrogen and chips. Also, bilateral cooperations in EVs, batteries, and AI took center stage during the ROK U.S. Business Roundtable, to which you were invited yesterday. So what do you make of these events in terms of the two nations' economic cooperation?
I've got to say, first, it was fun to be at that business roundtable. It was a great event. It was unusual to be in the same room with representatives from different kinds of sectors, entertainment and batteries and semiconductors and medical. And they were talking among themselves about how it is to work with Korean companies in Korea. It was a very exciting event. I think the headline of the economic story from this summit is the strength of the U.S.-ROK economic relationship right now. You know, as a percentage of exports to the world, South Korean exports are 17.7% of the United States now, highest in 20 years. So you add together the investment and the trade and the investment environment, and we're at an all-time high, I think, in the U.S. or South Korea economic relationship. It's wonderful.
Right. And Soo-young, today's summit is undoubtedly an important event for both sides. What will the two leaders be looking to get out of it personally?
Well, I think as much as possible for both sides, because they want to build that political capital among their respective publics, especially with President Biden yesterday having said that he's going to run again for presidency in 2024. We saw from his Northern Ireland and Ireland trip that he really wants to use these diplomatic opportunities, I suppose, to boost that kind of support. And, well, for President Yoon, his approval rating, it's been on the decline for the past few weeks, primarily because of some foreign policy-related issues. So if all goes well and he gets some nice diplomatic and economic gifts from Mr. Biden this trip, then that would hopefully lift his approval ratings back at home.
Nice analysis there. All right, we will be back with you in a bit, but first, here are the day's headlines.